Hi everyone, this is Priyanka working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering. Today in my lecture series, we are just going to see about the symmetric key cryptography. Under symmetric key cryptography, we are just going to see classical encryption techniques, that is transposition techniques. First, transposition techniques. Generally, transposition techniques in the sense it is a different kind of mapping is achieved by performing some sort of permutation on the plain text letters. There are two types of transposition techniques, that is Ralph-Fence techniques and row transposition techniques. First is your Ralph-Fence technique. Ralph-Fence technique is the simplest such cipher is this Ralph-Fence technique that plain text is written down as a sequence of diagonals and then read off as a sequence of rows. Here the sequence of diagonals is written and it is read as a sequence of rows. Example, to encipher the message, meet me after the toga party with the relevant of the depth 2. Write the message out as. Here the depth value will be given. If the depth value is 2, we have to take 2 rows. If the depth value is 3, we have to take 3 rows. And if it is 4, and so on, same thing. Here what we have to do is we have to write the given plain text in the diagonals in the row-wise, and then finally we have to read it off in the sequence of rows. Next is row transposition ciphers. A more complex transposition cipher is to write the message in a rectangle, row by row, and read the message of shuffling in the order of column in each row. First we have to write row by row, and then we have to read it in the column wise. Here, a pure transposition cipher is easily recognized because it has the same letter frequencies as the original plain text. For the type of columnar transposition, just show that is, cryptanalysis is fairly straightforward and involves laying out the cipher into the matrix and playing around with column transposition. Diagram and trigram frequency tables can be useful here. Example is attack postponed until 2 a.m. Here the given cipher text will be, first we have to write in the row wise and then we have to read it in the column wise. While reading it in the while writing it in the row wise, we have to write it as ATTACKPOS and it is repeated till the last letter. And then finally, while reading it, we have to read it as in the column wise. While reading it in the column wise, you get as TTNA, APTM, TSUOA. These are in the unreadable form. Next, coming to steganography. Steganography is an alternative to encryption, which hides the very essence of a message by some means. There are a large range of techniques for doing this. These are all techniques. These are character making, invisible link, pin punctures, typewriter, correction ribbon, etc. Let's see in detail. First is a character making. Character marking is that first we have to overwritten in the pencil. It is a we are just overwritten in the pencil. It is called as a character. Visible in the sense visibility is paper at an angel or bright light. Paper where it is visible. Next is invisible ink. Invisible ink in the sense no visible trace. There will not be any visible trace. That is visible in the sense heat chemical on the paper. Next is pin punctuator. Pin punctuator here the visibility will be in the light. And then next is your typewriter correction ribbon. Typewriter correction ribbon in the sense correction tape between lines typed in black ribbon visible. Its visibility is strong light. Now we come to the conclusion for classical encryption techniques. Just we'll have a small recall that classical encryption techniques. Classical encryption techniques, it mainly consists of the substitution technique and transposition technique as we have said in the last class. In substitution technique, there are various ciphers. There is Caesar cipher, Hill cipher, Playfair cipher, monoalphabetic cipher, alphabetic cipher. All these comes under the substitution technique, in which we are just substituting a letter in the place of another letter. That is called as a substitution. Now coming to transposition. Transposition in the sense we are just replacing, we are not replacing any letter, we are just replacing the position of the letter, position of your plain text. This is a transposition technique. This transposition technique, it mainly consists of, as I said, rail fence and then row transposition techniques. These two are the main techniques used in the transposition technique. Thus we come to an end of the classical encryption techniques. Thank you.